So yeah, man. This like this whole thing is coming to a head, man. Like you were saying earlier, the scripture said, "What if some did not believe, man?" You know, because a lot of people right now is not believing this message, man. First of all, you have right here. This is the ultimate destruction for America, right here, man. According to these scriptures, right here. These not our words, man. So don't try to kill the messenger, man. All right. Then you have this is the image of Yahweh Shah biblical according to the scriptures, man. And this is what you had the damn devil, man. What you niggas believe, man. So check this out. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 24. It says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment." Man.
Yeah, that's the dude who we was referring to earlier. That's a perfect example of him, because he was deceived by, not believing in so-called religion. Like he thinks he's like smart because he says he doesn't believe in religion, and he doesn't know that the Bible, the scriptures is not religion. It's our heritage,
Right.
It's the history, the law, statutes, commandments, and the moral, the history, law, statutes, commandments, and prophecies. That's the major three components that the scriptures can be divided up into.
Right. And furthermore, what that dude didn't understand and realize, we don't believe in religion either, man. We're not trying to be held back. We want the truth, and that's what we have, man. The Lord, given to the elders, apostles on down. We got the truth starting with Abba Bivens. All right, but you still have dudes, man. You got guys, man, that really still believe that that's the Lord, man. They still believe that this image right here is the Son, man. Even when you clearly read it inside the scriptures, man, and it tells you that he had hair like this and skin like that, man. You got guys believing that this America's gonna last 10 to 20 more years, man. You got dudes even teaching those things, man. You got guys teaching about getting schools and property and land and all that stuff, and basically trying to thrive and prosper here, man. Which is completely going against the scriptures, man. All right, you're not even supposed to be for this society at all, man. All right, but dudes be suspect about the scriptures and teach them out their own mind, man. They're not teaching the scriptures, man. They're teaching their own doctrines, man.
Yeah, it's like, and also, like the scripture says, a wise man will hear and will increase learning. Like, dude, he didn't even listen to what we had to say. All we said was like, he asked me, "What are we teaching?" I said, "What are we doing?" I said, "We're teaching the Bible." And then I said, "We're teaching the Bible." And then he gave us like a pound. But then the brother said, "You're an Israelite." And he said, "I don't believe in religion," or some shit like that. So he didn't even hear basically, the full thing of what we were trying to tell him. He just basically, went on to his own vain opinion and just faded into the wind, basically.
All right, it said, verse 25, it says, "Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge thereof, therefore that thou hast not."
Yeah, so you got dudes that'll try and act like they're all high and mighty and smart and all this stuff, but really they don't know anything, like the dude we were just talking about. I'm sure if we started asking them rudimentary things about the Bible and all this stuff, you wouldn't even know anything yet. He's Xing out the Bible completely and all that. He's not even dealing with the Bible because he considers it religion. He didn't even hear what we had to say or anything like that.
Yeah, it say without eyes it says without eyes thou shalt want light, man. They ain't talking about your physical eyes, man. All right, you're going to want light. What's the light? The knowledge, understanding of the scriptures, man. But you got God, then clearly they can't see, man. Spiritually they can't see because they can't see the things that's going on in this place, man. They can't see the fact that this place is done, man. All right, they can't see the fact that they're Israelite, man. Right? It says, "Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge thereof that thou hast not," man. So basically, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like in the curses, it says like, thou shalt group at noonday as the blind group in darkness. I mean, that's how people are, you know. Like a blind person, you know, they got the little stick, they're feeling, they're searching for something, but it's like they'll never find it, you know. That's the curses that's on our people. That's a perfect example right here, you know.
Yo, not just you got dudes, man. It says, profess not the knowledge thereof that thou hast not, man. So if you don't know what you're talking about, man, basically shut the fuck up, man. You know? It says be quick to hear, man. You know? So if you want to get some type of knowledge, first of all, you gotta start off by listening, man. Because you got guys out here teaching a whole bunch of just garbage, man. And you got people really feeding into that, playing into that, and believing these dudes. But guess what? The guys that's actually teaching that, they got hell to pay for that, man. You know? They got real hell to pay. And especially the ones that, you know, the Edomites that put up these images, man. You know? And that put us in bondage, man. Right? And the next bondage that's coming is this right here, the RFID microchip. That's the last mark that the so-called white man's going to try to use to keep our people to make us want to confess that he's a God to us, basically. You know? Because the Lord said, man, he going to feed us regardless, man. All right? You're not supposed to worry about what's tomorrow or what you're going to eat or what you're going to wear, nothing like that. All right? But that's something that the so-called white man teaches.
No, I was just saying that's like our situation. And I'm like, damn. Yeah, like today, before we came to camp, you know, we were trying to get here, and I have like a car that, you know, a four-wheel drive car, and you know, that joint has like wall tires and it's raining and all this stuff, and it's not going out of four-wheel, it's like stuck in four-wheel drive, low four-wheel drive, so I mean, you can't drive on the highway with four-wheel drive going like the speeds, and then it's bald and it's like raining and all that stuff, because, you know, like I remember one time, this is like a Saturday before I went to camp, I get on 95, I exit off 95, that joint spins around like 2 times in the middle of the, you know, highway, whatever. And I'm just like, you know, the Most High had it to where no cars was coming up behind me like fast like that, so I was cool. But, you know, today, you know, while we was coming up to camp, I was like praying like that they went back into two-wheel drive, so we're basically like, damn, yo, we might have to, you know, go out tomorrow or do something else or whatever. But then it just, yeah, but then it just automatically, you know, the Most High just basically showed us that, you know, we had faith and we tried diligently do what we got to do. We basically kicked it back into, you know, two-wheel drive. I called my brother-in-law, who's a mechanic and all this stuff, and he was just like, you know, drop it by the shop tomorrow, because it may have been like the transmission, or it could have been something real wrong, but then it just by itself, it just went back into, you know, two-wheel drive. So that's, you know, that's kind of an example of what we're talking about, you know.
Yeah. That's like the scriptures say, man. Say, trust in the Lord with all your heart, man. Lean not on your own understanding, man. We don't know. We don't know what could have occurred in this spot or on our way here, man. You know. That's why the Lord, like, basically, the Lord has control of everything, man. All right, the Lord does what He wants, man. You know, you're not over the Lord, man. You're not over Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, at all. All right. So whatever the Lord says, man, that's it, man.
I know.
All right. If he wanted us not to be here right now, we want to be here, man. You know, but and then, Joe, that was an example, because we were speaking about the RFID microchip. Now it's going to be times when you're not going to be able to eat. You might not eat for a day. You know, stomach touching your back, you ain't drink nothing, ready to collapse, man. What you gonna get? Show a moment of weakness and go get the chip? No, you're supposed to trust in the Lord, man. And these right now are just little tests, man. The real test is about to come, man. All right, we haven't begun to step into the real test right now, man. Yeah, we get tested, we catch all type of hell, but the type of hell we catching now has nothing compared to the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, when you, like, the Lord is gonna force you to put all your faith in Him, man. If you're not doing it now, because a lot of dudes can talk and do it, man. But it's all, like they say, talk is cheap, man. You know? Like when I used to play basketball and all that, they like you only good as your last game. You're only good as your performance. You know? Got something. I was going to but you got like a lot of different customs. Oh, I really don't know. I'm just yeah. Trusting the word. I mean, that's coming. You know what I'm saying? For the times when you're going to have to do that. Just like the brother said, man, like, he was like, man, then the brother couldn't even go over 30 miles an hour, man.
Yeah, everybody's fucking like driving behind me, getting mad and shit.
Gun.
It's a low 4-wheel drive. You can't really, you know, once you get to like 30, it's gonna start, you know, acting like it's really, you know, RPMs and all that. It's getting up there, like pushing it. And like, you know, I wasn't really trying to be all driving like that because like that's like my only, you know, if I'm gonna be like really have to go out on faith and all that stuff because I'm not gonna be able to really, you know, my jobs and all that stuff. Because I do like contracting work and handyman work and all that stuff. I'm not gonna be able to get to my certain jobs and all that stuff. So I mean, that was, you know, the Most High like looking out for me and stuff. You know, I mean, no matter like, you know, it's mad problems I'll be having with that truck, but then somehow, you know, I'll be able to fix this stuff to where I'm able to function and all that. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a history. You know, once you get into this truth, you know, it'll be countless thing after thing after thing that happens, and you know, you just gotta put your faith in the Most High, and He's gonna basically bring you through the, you know, the fire. Psalms chapter 4, verse 5.
Man, you gotta sacrifice, man. You gotta make a lot of sacrifices, man. You know? And while you're making them sacrifices, you're still supposed to trust in the Lord, man. Alright? Because without any trust in the Lord, man, like, yo, man. Go ahead, alright?
This is Psalms chapter 4, verse 5. It says, offer the sacrifice of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord.
That's right, man. Put your trust in the Lord. Offer the sacrifice of righteousness. What's the sacrifice of righteousness? What we out here doing right now, man? Coming out on the highways and byways, man. That's sacrificing your time, because I mean, even if we did want to do something else, man, it ain't even about that. This is what we want to do, all right? This is what we're commanded to do, and this is what we're going to do, man. Until Yahweh Bashim Yahshua come back and deliver us out of here, man. All right? You got to sacrifice, like you want to, like even doing studio shows and stuff like that, man. You got to sacrifice time to righteous, but it's for righteousness, man. All right? Just like when you was in the world, you'll sacrifice a lot for them damn women, man.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was in the world, like when I was in college and shit, it'd be times where, like, say if you had a test or exams coming up, right, you know, you fucking stay up all fucking night studying and studying and studying and all this, you know, just so that you could get that, you know, degree or whatever. So it's like the same thing, you know, that's the same energy that we gotta put into this truth, you know, like the scripture says, as it was our minds to go astray, seek Him 10 times more. So, you know, that's the spirit that we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of times where, you know, I might be like tired or something, or like even like going to camp and shit. There was times where I worked like third shift and I might have just got off work. Then I had to, like, you know, get myself together and start heading up here to Philadelphia to be able to, you know, teach with the brothers. I remember this one time, I'm like so fucking tired. I was selling, you know, the box from the plain tables can. I was like holding the camera, and I was ready to like fall over flat on my face. Like, that's how fucking tired I was, but I knew how important it was. So I'm just trying to fight to stay awake to like hold the camera and all that stuff.
That's sacrificing, man. That's sacrificing. It's like that was a beautiful example, man. Cause niggas are, like, when you're in the world, you're sacrificing to go get some Gucci from one of these little whores, man. You know? And then, not even that, like the brother said, like when if you was in college or whatever, so I didn't go to college, but even in high school or whatever, you'll sacrifice all your time to try to get that A just so you can get a diploma or some type of degree, which is a piece of paper that's going to be destroyed anyway, man. But we out here, you're supposed to sacrifice righteousness, which this thing is going to last forever and ever and ever, man. You know? You're So that's worth sacrificing.
Yeah, like you got guys that like they'll make every fucking excuse in the world to why not to go out to camp and all this shit. Like, um, like I remember the elder what's his name? Tazadaki, I think his name is Tazadaki, the guy from the New York camp. He was saying like, the only reason why you shouldn't come out to camp is like if you're like bedridden or something, like you physically can't come. But I mean, any other reason, like, I mean, it's not really, a good reason. Like, say, like right now, I may have a cold or something like that. That's not a reason why not to come out to camp. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that will make fucking excuses like that, like, oh, I got a cold, and there's no point in me going out to outside to camp because it's gonna get even worse and all this shit like that. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be here, Like you got boxers or athletes or whatever that, you know what I'm saying, like they might have a fucking broken they might have like a broken fist or something like that, or injury, but they'll still go to fight or whatever because they know how important it is. That's the determination of the spirit.
Me and this girl were like,
Back up to the brother said earlier. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. It says, "For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more."
Yeah, because as it was your mind to go astray, like when you was in the world to go off and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Once you come back, you're supposed to give it more, give 110% basically. That's the spirit that you're supposed to be in because this is important. Like all the other stuff that you was into before, it was basically vain and of no profit. But this thing right here, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshai being in the secret place of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, it's important. It's your salvation, It's like, I was talking about the college thing and all that. Like, that's that's something that's not going to give you salvation as much as people like to put it up there high priority and all this stuff. It's like when I was younger and shit, when I was in the world mentality, I remember my mom and my sister, they made it like, they went to like Westchester, they were like teachers and all this, so they made it like, college. I felt like if I didn't go to college, I was like a failure or something like that. But like, it's not going to give you salvation, and that's what we got to seek is salvation, because no matter how many college degrees or whatever you got, that's not going to, you're still going to be subject to the curses. You're still going to be under the foot of the so-called white man. And a good example of that was that dude, I think he was from Boston or something. He was talking about the college professor. Anyway, it was a college professor who basically like locked himself out his house or some shit like that. And he fucking like knocked his own door down or whatever. I mean, it's his shit. I mean, he could just get it fixed or whatever. And somebody fucking called the police on him and all this, and all the fucking college degrees and all that shit didn't bleed it. They still came at you like you was a fucking nigger and shit. You know what I'm saying?